A Pike County man plans to plead guilty to a federal drug charge, and we'll tell you how employees of flooded businesses can get unemployment benefits. I'm Nick Collum, and this is the Mountaintop Daily. A Pike County man arrested on drug charges in Floyd County last year is now ready to enter a guilty plea in his federal drug case. 34-year-old Keith Long of Wolf Pit Branch was pulled over on US 23 at Harold after a deputy noticed him driving halfway on the shoulder. The deputy thought Long seemed nervous during the traffic stop, so he brought in a canine unit to sniff around the car, and the dog immediately alerted on the driver's side of the truck. The deputy then found a lemonade container with a false bottom containing 180 grams of meth, 12 grams of heroin, and 2 grams of fentanyl. In January, a federal grand jury indicted Long on a charge of possession of meth and fentanyl with the intent to distribute. On Tuesday, his attorney filed a motion asking the court to set a hearing for the guilty plea. The motion does not state whether there is an agreement with prosecutors. The judge agreed and has set the hearing for April 23rd in Pikeville. Following a natural disaster, employees of affected businesses can file for unemployment benefits even if they wouldn't typically be eligible. And with so many businesses in our region closed temporarily following the February flood, that could make a big difference for local workers. Sheldon tells us how it works.
Help has been coming from all angles for flood victims, including FEMA assistance, low-interest loans from the Small Business Administration, and donations by the truckloads. But until this past week, those who had lost jobs due to February's flooding were still left wondering how to pull through. This past Wednesday, the Disaster Unemployment Assistance Program opened up to applications across 14 Kentucky counties, including Floyd, Knott, Letcher, Martin, Johnson, and Pike counties.
We recently received approval to accept applications for disaster unemployment assistance for individuals in those 14 counties who are out of work as a result of the severe storms beginning on February 14th.
People across the designated counties who are out of work because of flooding, landslides, high winds, or mudslides would qualify after showing their employment or self-employment was lost or interrupted as a direct result of the disaster.
The deadline for disaster unemployment assistance is April 25th, 2025.
In order to qualify for these benefits, those in eligible counties must file applications with the Kentucky Office of Unemployment Insurance prior to deadline. The benefits are available for 28 weeks ending August 30th of this year. Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Sheldon Compton.
Coming up after the break, we'll introduce you to a Pike County girl who won a pretty big prize in academic competition. That story's coming up when the Mountaintop Daily continues, but first, sports and weather.
With this Mountaintop Sports Report for Wednesday, I'm Brittany Rowe reporting. Belfry head basketball coach Brent Perry is forming an organized men's league for 18 and up adults for a spring league. The season will begin on April 13th. For more information, contact Coach Brent Perry. The Lawrence County Bulldogs will face the winner of Montgomery County and George Rogers Clark next Thursday at Rupp Arena at 1:30 p.m. for the boys' Sweet 16. Reporting for Mountaintop Sports, I'm Brittany Rowe.
Hey, it's Kristen, marketing manager at Appalachian Wireless. Do you have a cracked screen? What about a failing battery? Don't stress. Appalachian Wireless has you covered. Our device repair service gets your phone in working condition fast. No need to send your device away. Get it fixed locally today. Stop by an Appalachian Wireless store today to learn more about fast and reliable repairs, or visit us on the web to learn more about our deals and promotions. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
A Dorton Elementary student competed in the writing competition at the Governor's Cup last year and did well, placing 5th. This year, she went back and won the whole thing. Robin went to the school to speak to their new state champion.
Hello, I am here at Dorton Elementary School in Dorton, Kentucky, and I have with me McKaylin Atkins, who just won the 2025 Governor's Cup competition for middle grades composition. That is a mouthful. And I have her coach with me. And can you just tell us, why is this competition a big deal?
It is a huge deal. McKaylin joined our team last year,
And this year she competed in written composition, and she did as last year as well. And so for her to be a state champion this year is just amazing. She's an amazing young lady, and I'm so glad to have her on my team.
Established in 1985, the Kentucky Governor's Cup is a statewide competition that tests students in different areas of academic knowledge, cultural literacy, creativity, risk assessment, and critical thinking. Adkins competed against 115 other students in a composition competition in which they were asked to write a paper on whether or not scientific patents should still exist.
Was that intimidating? Like, what was your whole thought process?
I found it hard to argue that because our other prompts had been art, recreational activities, so something so scientific was a harder thing to write.
So what did you do? Did you struggle with it, or what was it like in the moment?
I struggled with the first paragraph, but after I got all of my reasons, it was pretty easy to write.
That's crazy. How was there requirements for how long this paper had to be? How many words?
No, we had a word count, which was a limitation on words, but we didn't have to use them all. There was no penalty for short paragraphs or long paragraphs.
Students were critiqued on organization, thought process, reasoning, and grammar. Dorton Elementary School has competed in the Governor's Cup since its inception and boasts some of the highest academic scores in Kentucky.
We also had a student last year to place 5th at state in the same category in composition. So for us to have this year a state champion from the same school is just, like I said, I'm blown away by how smart these kids are, and I'm so proud of them.
Even though Atkins excels in writing, she wants to keep it as a hobby and has other plans for college.
So you're in 8th grade right now. You're probably not even thinking about college, right?
I am.
You are?
I've been thinking of college since 5th grade.
So you're a very smart person. That is amazing. What do you want to do?
I want to be a psychologist or a psychiatrist.
That's incredible. That and probably includes some writing and that whole analyzing, analytical mind. So that's cool.
After this interview, Adkins was taken out to Texas Roadhouse to celebrate and will be receiving a trophy from the governor. Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Robin Tillman.
That will do it for this edition of the Mountaintop Daily. Be sure to check us out at 6 p.m. every weekday on Mountaintop TV, the Mountaintop TV app, and the Mountaintop News Facebook page. With your Mountaintop Daily, I'm Nick Collum for Mountaintop News.